Hello, thanks for stopping by, just checking out what I'm up to with collecting. I got in some spooky toys, so I'm going to show you guys what I got added onto my shelf. So here we go, no particular order. So yeah, I'll just grab what I can here. First up, looks like it's going to be, finally got my hands on a ghost from the Monster in My Pocket toy line. So I didn't have a ghost, I've been wanting to get a ghost. Purple is a good color, so good color for this character. I figured. So finally, mark that off the old want list. So I'm not trying to go after all these Monster in My Pocket toys, just certain ones that I just have to have. And I definitely wanted to have a ghost just to add more of that spookiness on the shelf. So cool, little ghost, got that. And then got this one from Target from this year, Halloween haul, I guess you could say. This is my favorite out of the bunch, so yeah. Got this guy from Target. One of the collector friends let me know that this was at a Target because he had posted his, and I was like, I have got to have that. I like the fact that it's an old man like skeleton with suspenders, has a beard, and just holding the pumpkin and looks very happy. So it's my kind of spookiness. So got that added onto my shelf. I do have some bigger size collectibles, so don't worry, it's not all going to be like this uber mini scale stuff, but yeah, good shelf filler space type stuff. But yeah, that's that. So old man skeleton Halloween guy. Next is this, I forget what this guy comes from, but it's like this little green happy looking zombie holding a bone, like he just got finished cleaning off all the flesh off of it. Very rubbery. I forget, I think this is like a trash, from the trash bag bunch, not trash bag bunch, but something similar to from that vintage line, except these are newer ones. But yeah, I like that. I like this little zombie, sort of, I think he's kind of naked, isn't he? No, he's got pants on. Okay, just kind of walking with his bone, so pretty cool. Mix that in with some of the spooky cars, I guess. Just got that in not too long ago. So spooky little zombie. I forget which toy line this comes from. I having a brain fart. And then from Box Squad, I got Sculpted by Me. This was inspired by the movie Blood Freak. I don't think I've shown this guy already. No, I haven't. So yeah, a little mini Blood Freak turkey killer guy on drugs and going crazy. So that came in not too long ago. Happy about this dude. Turned out really well. Box Squad kicks butt. They Eric and Dave are really good at what they do. So they definitely did this sculpt justice. So sculpted by me and then done by produced by Box Squad. So yeah, Blood Feast little guy. Turkey, drugged up turkey killer from the not Blood Feast, Blood Freak, excuse me. It's been a long day. Okay, so that's that. Next is like this Scarecrow. I guess blame it on October. I've been looking for like Scarecrow toys. Got this one pretty cheap. I like the look of it. It looks kind of creepy. So Scarecrow has like a crow, not at all afraid of it. Yeah, I forget the name of this toy line. It says it. Britain's. This toy line's been around for years. They mainly produce like soldier, like military soldier type plastic army men type toys, but they have also farm themed toys as well. And I think this is what this guy comes from. But cool little Scarecrow. I think it looks kind of spooky and cool looking. So yeah, got that added onto the shelf for the miscellaneous stuff. It's like a soft plastic, well, like a hard plastic, I guess. Got to kind of watch with that toy brand because sometimes they make their figurines. I think the older ones are made out of metal. I just avoid the metal ones, and I just don't like I don't like the metal toys. This one I got from HH Toys. Really stinking cool. It's like this graveyard looking I forget the name of it. It's like some sort of ghoul, screaming ghoul, but it just looks like a awesome looking female corpse with an axe. So I just sort of mixed this in with some of my zombie toys. Really cool. I love the design on it. So I got this from HH Toys. Cool design. So that's that. Next I got a vintage cake topper of a haunted house. I love the colors of this, and the size is pretty cool. So yeah, from Wilton back in the, I guess this is back in the 70s. It's very, very old. It was like a hanger. You can use it as an ornament, but I took the hook off and just use it as just to display on the shelf. So I've been looking for haunted house pieces, and I just came across this one. So yeah, an old vintage cake topper. I have a few of these now. So I had to get this haunted house. Some of them come in different colors, just depending on how they produced them the previous year or something like that. Yeah, really cool. It's like hard plastic. Most of these old cake toppers are going to be like hard plastic. So I'm discovering. But yeah, pretty cool. It's right for the season. All right. Next, I just got this one in. It's the new Scooby-Doo mini toys. A buddy of mine that I chat with every now and then, a very talented artist, was involved in the making of these bad boys. Eddie from Eddie in the City makes awesome, cool toys. And he had produced some, I forget which company that put this out, but some new Scooby-Doo creepy little muscle style minis. And this is my favorite out of the bunch so far. There might be a series 2. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure there will be. But I had to go after I had to find this one in particular. This is like my favorite one. Captain Cutler, if I'm saying that right. Yeah. It's a scuba diver, spooky scuba diver guy. The seaweed and stuff hanging on him. So I had to, and I also had to find him in like a green too, so that's perfect. Yeah, these are you can find them at Walmart. I believe they're starting to find them at Walmart nowadays now for the month of October. I think they were starting to ship them out towards the end of September, something like that. But I finally came across a pack, so I've been looking for these. So this is my favorite out of the bunch. Repeating myself, but that's that. And then I got a hold of a meat wagon. Love that it's called a meat wagon. That's pretty crude, right? Mix this in with my spooky cars and hot rods. I'm going to show you guys an overview of what I've been setting up and putting together. And this is going to be one of the cars that I went after recently. So yeah, I think this is Johnny Lightning. This isn't Hot Wheels. This is one of their Halloween series. I forget which year though, but it's from their Halloween line. So the meat wagon, classic morbid stuff. All right. Next that I got from Altered Toys. I showed this in one of my videos when I was doing like an overview of like recent zombie toy pickups. But here we go. I'll show it again. This time in a more close-up look to it. Very stinking cool. Zombie and a kind of cracked up coffin with some candles down below for good measure. Alter Toys made this. There you go. Alter Toys. It's good size too. Also makes the marbled variants. Those look like a dark green wash. I might just do that, like a dark green wash to kind of bring out some more of the detail. Had to get that, so finally glad I got one of these. All right, next I believe I got this at Michael's. Could not resist because it's a coffin. It was very cheap, but it's awesome. And it's got some sort of like slimy slime toy stuff with this cheap plastic spider in it. But I love that it's got this spider web graphic printed on the coffin itself in silver. That is beautiful. So I found this at Michael's. There's like green and red ones, and I think there's like some purple ones. I don't remember all the colors. I just went for a brown this time. So yeah, looks awesome on the shelf. Does that come off? I don't think that comes off. I was going to say if it's a sticker, I'll just peel it off, but I think that's permanently printed on there. Not a biggie. All right, next. This is from the Wii Warriors line, and this is the only one that I like out of that short-lived toy line. Is this little zombie here. It's another little zombie holding a bone. This time he's holding it as a weapon. So his skull exposed. This is a tiny little guy too. Really cool. So glad to finally get a hold of this guy. I've been searching for this particular one. So yeah, a little zombie. Some good colors: blacks, purples, grays, rubbery plastic. All right. Next, I scored this. Couldn't help myself. It's just awesome. Little cemetery scene. I forget the name of this series. They're kind of like a miniature version of well, there you go. It says it right there. Micro Seasons. Tabletop Town. Haunted Hamlet. The Bouville's Cemetery. This came out several years ago. I put that tree there. That tree was not originally there. It's like this rubbery tree that I didn't know what else to do with, so I just hot glued it there because it needed a tree, so I put a tree there. Other than that, everything else is original. So like a freshly dug grave, you got like a shovel there. And I just absolutely love this little pumpkin there. Mausoleum, or a crypt, I guess you could say. Maybe that's more of a crypt. No, I think it's a mausoleum. So yeah, pretty wicked little piece here. The rubbery tree, that came from a Matchbox set. I think that was like a Matchbox Monsters or Matchbox Creatures 2-pack or something like that. It came with some alligators. So this spooky tree is a little too tall to mix in with my shelves that I'm working with my cars, so I just used it for this cemetery piece here. That's the original reason why I went after that tree. Anyway, I'm rambling. Sorry, guys. So there's that. Pretty cool. All right. Next is a wacky ghoulie. A wacky ghoulie. It's some sort of mascot from a death metal band that I'm not really too familiar with. I just like the toy. I just like the look of the guy. And I chat with this artist every now and then. Very talented dude. He made this. I'm having a brain fart what he calls himself. Oh, it's been a minute. But yeah, I had to get this. Really cool. His tongue all sticking out. Little chalice. Yeah, mix that in with some of my zombie stuff. Pretty cool. Love the colors. All right. Next, vintage finger puppet. Had to go after this guy. I just love I love the design. Just the way that skull looks. It's just fun. It's a lot of fun. It's just weird. It's a good kind of weird. I like the way the arms are placed and how the ribs are sculpted. It's just bizarre, but it's a good kind of bizarre. Yeah, good kind of weird. Um, so I had to get this finger puppet pretty cheap, obviously. I paid more on the shipping than I did for this actual skeleton finger puppet. Yeah. Next, I got what you'd call, it's called Victim. And it is definitely a victim. Sculpted by Vilesore. I like his work. And this is definitely one of my favorites that he's done. Really gruesome. I love that he's like doing this here. It reminds me of one of the zombie popper toys. It's like sculpted the same way. Really cool. So Victim and gruesome red, freshly carved up red. All right. Next, I love me some Spooky Town, but I hate what their material is made out of because you really got to be careful with their stuff. Because if you drop it, it's likely gonna break. It's like this sort of, what do you call it, like poly resin? Or it's not porcelain. I forget what it is, but it's just like this stone type. It's not plastic. I don't know. Maybe you guys can help me out what this stuff's made out of. I'll have to. I can't remember. But you just gotta be careful with this stuff. This stuff can easily break. I just wish they'd use plastic, just traditional, cheap, at least cheap plastic instead of this stuff here. Maybe this stuff's cheaper. That's why they use it. Spooky Town. But this is one of the best things Spooky Town has ever done. I love this. This is obviously sort of poking fun. Not poking fun, but it's just sort of like a nod to the comedy movie, John Cusack, Say Anything. Got the coat holding up the stereo, got the rose in the mouth, except it's all Halloween theme. Had to get this. This was just too awesome to pass up. It comes with a set of two other guys, but this one is the best one. So I had to get this guy. I believe this one's new for this year, or maybe it came out last year, because I don't remember coming across this in the previous Halloween, previous years. So really cool. Just gotta be careful because the material it's made out of, it's like this sort of stoneware material. I wish it was plastic, I really do. But oh well, just gotta be careful with it. All right, what's my time looking like? Oh, we're good. Next, I just got this in from my buddy Luke. Sent me in a package, totally surprised me. I was not expecting to get a package in from him this soon, so this is freaking awesome. He made this awesome, I guess he's calling it acid bath guy, and it's like this. I think this is like a candle holder, or maybe it's a shot glass. Maybe it's a shot glass. It looks like a shot glass, but you got this clear resin to sort of mimic the acid water, with this guy just falling apart. And he sent in some other cool goodies that I can't wait to show you guys. So definitely gonna shoot him a message, let him know I got my package in. This is just too cool for school. So yeah, he had posted this, and I'm like, I gotta get me one of these um, as soon as they're available. This is too cool. Um, and this wasn't easy. He had made an updates on this how he had to measure the right kind of resin because something about when it cured, if it was too much resin, too much of this acid water, it would literally like crack the glass. So this was sort of a, from what I gather, this was a pain in the ass to produce. But he did it. He figured out I guess the right kind of measurement for when it did cure, it wouldn't crack the glass. It is just freaking sweet. So yeah, acid. I think he's just calling it acid bath. So Luke Welsh Sculptures. Check him out. Makes amazing stuff. Cool dude, very cool, down to earth guy. Did a Was lucky enough to do a few collaborations with him. So that's cool. Acid bath. Next up is like I said, guys, no particular order. Um, Here's another one that came. Another one of these, like they're calling them cake toppers. So this is like a soft rubber, which is fine. I like that. I prefer that than that polystone or whatever you want to call it. The guy listed this as a cake topper, but I don't think this could be a cake topper. But I don't know. I think this is just a toy. It came in a set of 4 other pieces, but this is my favorite out of the set. It just simply says made in China underneath it. I'm trying to read it. What does that say? A&A Global? A&A Global China. Anyway, this goes good with one of my vampire themed cars. So I have this displayed next to one of my cars, my diecast cars. It's freaking awesome. It's almost like it would be a tombstone for a vampire. Like an ancient tombstone, gravestone, epitaph, whatever you want to call it. But cool piece. Alright, next is this guy right here. Again, this is another one of the newer mini zombies that I was able to get my hands on finally. So glad to finally get this guy he's from a short-lived toy line called Fizz and Find Monster Maniacs. And he comes in one of these like, oh, I forget what these sort of like sodium type balls that you drop in warm water and it dissolves and you start seeing, it's one of these mystery packs, and then the ball dissolves in the water and you piece him together. His arms come apart, head comes apart, the waist comes off, legs come out of the coffin. Just piece them together. Very short-lived series. But this one is the best out of the bunch, in my humble opinion. You just can't beat a zombie creeping up out of a coffin. You just can't beat that. That'll always be a cool toy. What's it say on the... If my camera will focus. Let's see. Oh, never mind. Anyway, with that. Alright, got this one off Amazon. And I was surprised. I thought this would be... It's a hard plastic, so that's nice. I like that this is actually it's a mix between a sort of a soft and a hard. It's hard to explain. It's tough to explain. But I love this design. These have been around forever. I'm just finally getting a hold of one. Pretty cheap off Amazon. It comes in a pack of like 6 other pieces, but this one is the best one. I also have like a smaller version that's about this from here to here. So I have 2 of these. This is the bigger one. It's so cool. And simple, very simple. It's a very simple design, but it works. It works. I'm inspired to like do an updated approach, or just kind of a not more detailed, but just sort of slightly different, like where the hands are a bit raised up a bit more. I do want to sculpt something like this. This is very inspiring because it's just fun. So I got that. It just says "My Beloved." All right. Okay. Next, from Luke Welsh Sculptures again. Dude, thank you. Totally surprised me. I was not expecting to get this in. I'm going to have to shoot him a message and be like, dude, I need one in red, because this is a devil driving a car that is alive, a demon car, and a poor victim in the back peeping out. That's too cool for school. I love the purple, so maybe if I got it, some colors are funny. Like if you were to get this in red, maybe you would lose sight on some of the detail. So maybe the purple actually suits this one better. But it being a devil, I can't help but want to shoot Luke a message and be like, dude, I gotta have it in red because it's a devil. But the size is absolutely perfect, and I'm able to actually mix this in with my hot rods and hot rods. What is it? Classic cars, hot rods, rat rods, and spooky things thing I've been working on. So this actually was a nice surprise. I was not expecting to get this in with my package. So Luke, thank you so much, man. This is too stinking cool for school. And I love the pentagram rims. Yeah. Too cool. I dig it. I'm in the middle of working on a hearse. I'm about done with it. That thing has been... The hearse part's easy, but the driver is like, that's taking me some time. But anyway, I'm rambling. Totally rambling. But yes, too stinking cool. So check out Luke Welsh Sculptures. He makes really cool, horrific toys. This is too stinking cool. Yeah, I'm curious about a red one. And yeah, so that's that. I forget what he's calling this guy. I'm just gonna call him Devil in a Hot Rod. Devil in a demonic hot rod car. All right, what's next? I was at Party City. I actually found this in store. This did not come from like online shopping, like most of my stuff comes from nowadays. And I could not resist because this guy is a lot of fun. It's just a, what do you call this toy? It's they just call it a zombie popper, a ball popper. Push that in there. I'll show you. Well, let me show you guys the figure first. So I got this at Party City for a couple of bucks, pretty cheap, and it's just stinking cool. He's almost like he's wearing a Homer Simpson outfit. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. Not the scariest looking zombie, but it's a fun toy nonetheless. And I like that it, let's see. There it goes. All right, so I got a zombie ball popper, and it comes with 3 other balls, but I only needed to show you just the one, just to show you what these can do. So these might have been available for a couple years now, but I just finally noticed it when I was in Party City getting a couple of gravestone decoration things for the yard, and I could not pass him up. He's pretty cool. All right, next is another zombie. This one glows in the dark. And this is my favorite out of, I think there's 3 others, or 2 others. Maybe it's just 3 total. 3 or 4, I can't remember. They all glow in the dark, and this is my favorite one. because this one's holding a brain. This is a lady zombie, I think. Yeah, lady zombie. See, got a chest. All right. I like the lady zombie. She just looks the coolest. The way her head's tilted like that. It's pretty cheap. Got this off Amazon. Amazon carries fun stuff like this. So, and this seems like you'd be able to find this at a Party City. Maybe at one point you could, but I couldn't. So I gave up looking for this thing in stores and just got it off Amazon. Glows in the dark, really cool. Holding a brain. All right. All right, what's next? Got this dude right here. Classic finger puppet. Let's see if I can. My favorite, I have to say this guy's my favorite, just this melty face guy. Really cool. I have a body for this puppet. It's a really cool body, strictly made for these kind of finger puppets. I'm waiting for it to hit my doorstep, so I'll have to show you guys what it looks like when it has an actual body. So very gruesome. Snap. All right, next is I guess you could call this like sort of a Madball knockoff. I don't think it's a legit Madball. I think it's a knockoff. Is it a squirter? I don't think it squirts. Yeah, it squirts out of the eye here. But I got this one because I just like the overall design. It's like stitches and weird stuff, and I don't know what that is. A spiky looking, almost like it was supposed to be a brain, but it's spiky. So I don't know what that is. It's like something smashed into the top of his head, and this is all like chaos and blood and pus or whatever. But I just like I like the face. I like that there's a random screw on the side of his head. His eyes look pretty trippy. There is a worm coming out. It looks like a worm right here. Yeah, I don't know what series this is from, but I don't think it's a legit Madball. There's several knockoffs that were made back then. Yeah, several bootlegged Madballs out there. This is definitely a cool one. Like that. I like the colors. I like that is blue. All right, next is, well, let's just show a Madball. I got one of these newer Madballs. Comes with like a nice stand, so that's cool. Definitely one of my favorites. Got Crackhead. I forget what they call him nowadays. He's no longer called Crackhead. Gosh, I forget. What are they calling this guy? He's one of the classic characters. This is one of the newer, definitely a newer Madball. I do like the new look. I think the classic look is better looking, but this is definitely a little bit more detailed. The face is a little different. Now the skull is cracked, sort of busted open the same way. The brains, you can't go wrong with any toys that have brains exposed. A pierced ear. That's kind of 90s. Stitches. Pretty gruesome stuff. Pretty gruesome. One of my favorite Madballs for sure. It's killing me. What is his name? It'll come to me later on. I'm sure you guys know his name. So that's that. Okay, next. I'm not getting tired. I'm doing okay. I got, this came in a pack. I love, this is probably my favorite one just because of the colors to this guy. Just this sort of gray, and then it sort of transcends to this blue and then purple. Just a very fun skeleton toy. Hold on. I'm trying to move some things around so I can easily reach some more for more stuff. All right. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, little cheap skeleton. I just love the colors. This is my favorite one. It's like it came with a set of other excuse me, he's backwards. A set of other skeletons and rats and whatnot. But this is my favorite color combo. It's beautiful. And he displays really cool. All right, next. This is also produced by Luke Welsh Sculptures. And again, these were surprises because I was not expecting to get these in this early. I don't believe these have dropped just yet. I think they will sometime, maybe next month or so. I'll have to shoot Luke a message. But these, it's a witch sculpted by me and molded and casted by Luke. This is part of our collaboration to do some witches. And this is the witch that I had sculpted and come up with. He had the brilliant idea of some skulls coming from the book of, so I wanted to sculpt a witch holding her book of spells, and he had shot me a message like, hey, do you think you could maybe have some, I don't know, some sort of evil spirits or tortured souls coming from the book, like either from like smoke or just, I was like, that's a badass idea, so I'll see if I can do that. And I just come up with these spirits, these like tortured spirits rising out of the book. And the pages from the book sort of like blend in with the my camera can focus, blend in with the skulls. So here's an old witch. Originally these were supposed to be like I think October for October drops, but just things got busy and these got pushed back. So, but these will drop soon. I think either sometime maybe next year. I'm not sure. Pretty cool. You got I don't know. He sent me another color too. This is totally a surprise. I wasn't expecting to get this much. A pumpkin, some candles, an owl. Again, the Book of Spells. Tortured soul, skull things, demons, whatever you want to call them. Centipede crawling up out of her hair. There's a skull with an exposed brain. There's a rat. Maybe you can see it better with the green. Yeah, I'm definitely proud of this witch. I had never done a witch before, so this is the first time I've ever done a witch. And if it wasn't for Luke, I probably wouldn't have. I don't think I would have ever done witches. I'm so addicted to doing zombies and whatnot. So, but I'd been wanting to do a witch. There's a rat. There's a zombie with the brain, or a skull with the. My camera can focus. Brain, centipede. All right, I'm rambling. So I don't know what all colors he's gonna do. We'll see. But this is early stuff. Yeah, these haven't been dropped yet. That's the witches. I don't have a. I'm so bad with names. I don't ever have a I don't ever have a good idea what to name these characters. But I don't know. So an old cranky witch. Just say that. All right. Next. I'm getting kind of tired, but I'm okay. I can do this. Super 7. I had to get this. Got me a ghoul from the Chilling Tales classic horror comics character. Had to give me a graveyard ghoul. Keeping him in package because the package is freaking awesome. All right. Next. Oh, let's see. It's made by Russ Toys. It's a old squirter. It squirts water out of an eye. Out of the missing eye, water comes out of that. From Russ Toys. I just love this freaking skull. That's pretty gruesome for a kid's toy, right? All right. I got a Frankenstein's monster. Had to get this guy. This is like the translucent green variant. It's just like this rockabilly Frankenstein's monster guy from Mezco Toys. They produced this several years ago. Well, not several years ago, but this has been out for a while. Just finally getting my hands on one. I love that this actual zipper. I don't want to say leather, I'll just say it's more like pleather. But it looks like leather. It looks like legit, real leather. This is a cool Frankenstein monster toy for sure. Electrician Union, local 1931. How sweet is that? Wink, wink. That's pretty clever. This guy's pretty tall. I'd say about 10 and a half in scale. One of the coolest Frank monster toys ever. And there's a lot out there. There are a lot of Frankenstein toys out there. Like the wallet chain. It's an actual chain. Face. Actual belt. All right. That's that. That's from Mezco Toys. Okay. And this is like this weird sort of squeaker toy. I've been told this is probably like an old dog toy. My dog's not going to be chewing on this. This thing is too awesome to have a dog chew on it. Hold on, let me get a better handle on my camera. There we go. I just love the colors. It's like this grayish, sort of faded out, washed out blue with some dingy yellow. I think it's just due to age, really. It's scuffed up, but it's in pretty good shape still. I like how the hands are sculpted off to the sides. And I like the weirdness of the sculpted body that just doesn't make any sense. I don't know why it was sculpted in this way. Maybe it's rising from the gravel of the ground. And then you've got these protruding veins on a skull. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but it doesn't need to make sense because it's just too awesome. Got this for pretty cheap. It was an eBay find. I just never knew something like this existed. I talked to a few friends slash fellow collectors, and they have this in their collection as well. And I was like, well, is this part of a set? And they're like, I have no idea, dude. It's just one of those weird, cool skulls you gotta have. And I agree. Very fun sculpt. I thought maybe the eyes squirt, but mine doesn't have holes in these. Maybe at one point they produced them to have holes in the eyes, but mine doesn't. So I think this at one point you're supposed to, like, this is supposed to squirt slime or maybe water from the eyes. But then I've been told that this is maybe a dog toy, but there's no way I would let a dog chew on this. And there are some cool Halloween themed dog toys out there. I mean, you can laugh all you want, but I'm not joking. There are some cool pet toys out there. If this is a dog toy, this is one of them, because this is just too stinking cool. All right, I know I'm rambling. That's that. Next, I got from my buddy Jamie, who I was lucky enough to do a collab with. This is one of the pieces I was telling you guys about in my zombie toy overview video that he had made. This is his work. Look at this crazy guy. Okay, so this probably should be its own video, if I'm being honest, because there's just a lot to look at. Okay, I'm gonna start up here. Let's just do that. Just this crazy intergalactic demonic looking zombie. Sci-fi horror at its best when it comes to toys, for sure. Wouldn't that remind you of toys from the 80s or like early 90s, that right there? Like Supernaturals or something like that? Okay. Crazy. Okay, so let me turn the back of him. Jamie goes by Epoch _Art. So, any questions on how to go about finding him, just comment and I'll get back with you. That's metal, right? Let's see. A little magazine here. Heavy metal. There's just so much going on, guys. I'm trying to, like, here's the shoulder. Look at that. This is crazy. Absolutely crazy. The gun can pop off if you want it to. The legs are stationary, so the legs don't move, which is fine. Toys like this, you don't really need a whole lot of movement. The arms move up and down. Like I said, the weird laser gun, weird but in a cool way, weapon does pop off. It's magnetic, so there's a magnet in there. Oh, and there it goes. I'll be right back. All right. Here's the gun. There's a little, well, it just sticks on there. Maybe that's not magnetic. I can't remember. Oh, yeah, it is. There it is, right there. The little magnet piece. And it just sticks in there. I'm kind of working with one hand, so it's kind of hard to do. Let's see, I'll just have to do that later. But so that's Ultra Toys. This is just a crazy piece. Crazy upside down cross. There's a centipede in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's a centipede. Crazy stuff. I forget. He's calling that the Guardian. That's what that's called, Guardian. Okay. All right. So next is a vampire hand. Looks very vampiric to me, so I put this in my vampire toy collection from Sunway Toys years ago. The old vintage toy. It's definitely, it looks like the hand of Dracula. Really cool. kind of hard to display. I just kind of gotta prop it up like that against something, but other than that, it's really cool, pretty random. Got that pretty cheap. Probably because it's like, what do you do with it? It's a Halloween decoration, I take it. So pretty cool. I think it goes good with vampire toys. Next, again from Box Squad, did some like house inspired characters. I sculpted these and then turned them over to Eric and Dave, and they worked their magic and produced some really killer pieces. So one of my favorites from house, and that would be Sandy, the purple witch. Had to have one in purple. Get booty. Old Sandy. Got her jewelry on. Got a little ring there. Movie accurate as best I could. A little mini. Definitely proud of these for sure. Box Squad just knocked it out of the park with these. These are amazing. So there's Sandy, obviously inspired by the movie House, the first movie. I like all the sequels. It's just a fun, weird, I kind of guess you can call it a franchise. So that's Sandy. I don't know what her official name is besides the human character name, Sandy. I think I've heard Purple Witch over the years. I'm not sure. And then we have Big Ben. This one was very challenging, just having to sculpt the gunman with him. So I had to have Big Ben in green. Another fun zombie to make. Love me some Big Ben, and I'm thankful that Eric over at Box Squad is a big house fan, because he's like, make as many house, sculpt as many house stuff as you want, I'll take it. So I'm like, sweet, thank you. So yeah, he did an amazing job. Eric and Dave did an amazing job with these. Good stuff. So that's house. This one was challenging. This took some time to sculpt. I can't imagine molding and casting that. I think he said it was definitely challenging, but kind of easy because I did my best to not have too much. Oh, what do they call it? I'm not a toy maker, so they have their terms, their words. What's it called? Underhang. Like what this is doing right here under the gun. Sometimes that can be kind of problematic, but sometimes it's just unavoidable. So that's Big Ben. I am really proud of these. These turned out really amazing. I definitely want to sculpt more house characters in this style. I did want to make sure that I made Big Ben taller than Sandy. So he is a bit taller than Sandy. Let's see. Okay, just give you guys an idea. They're roughly like 3 inches in scale. I think Big Ben's a little over 3 inches, maybe just either, I can't remember, either just under 3 inches or just over 3 inches. So that's that. I know I'm rambling, guys. I'm coming. This is kind of a long video. All right, next is one of the coolest things Hot Wheels has ever done, and Hot Wheels has done a lot of cool, spooky stuff actually. So I'm learning. I'll show you guys in my next diecast car collection some of the stuff that Hot Wheels has done over the years that I was able to get my hands on some. Anyway, I'm rambling. This is from the Crash and Bash series. I think it's called Crash and Bash. But this is like the coolest freaking character out of the bunch. I think he's called Bone Smasher, I believe. Comes in some other colors too. I have the yellow version, holding the flaming skull. He does come off his bike, and he does come apart, and he gets kind of gruesome. For a Hot Wheels toy, this guy gets kind of gruesome. That's his launcher. You just hit that right there, and he just comes shooting, sort of ramping off into like another. If you had another character from the series, you're supposed to like crash them onto each other. And he just came apart. I don't want him to come apart just yet. Here he is without his bike. It's like this demon-looking skeleton guy. Pulls apart, exposing his lungs and guts. Isn't that crazy? I'm gonna have to do some research more and see if Hot Wheels has gotten even gruesomer than this. I know they have like a zombie themed playset, but I don't think it got like to this sort of detailed as far as gruesomeness goes. So that's that. His bike is not, I'm not really a fan of the bike design. It's okay. It's kind of like, it almost looks like a bug. I don't know, it's weird. But the toy overall is, I think it's awesome. Even though the bike itself is kind of weird though. I'm not crazy about the bike. I'd rather it just be like a traditional sort of chopper Harley design or whatever, instead of like this bug looking. Let me just set him over here. All right, next I got this one from sculpted by Aaron of Retro Band. This thing is stinking. This is just too cool. Another piece that's just too cool for school. I put it on my bookshelf. It's just perfect on the bookshelf, the way it leans over the shelf like that. I believe now you can get this guy in like several other colors. I think that maybe they have a glow in the dark. I don't remember. But it's just simply called the Shelf Creeper, if I remember right. A little spider. Again, those pesky centipedes. They find their way onto everything. So a little shelf creeper. I had to get me one of these shelf creepers. These is just, you can't, something like this you just can't pass up. I know the older toys were just really hard to get. I guess those were called shelf something. But none of that matters now because these are, you can get your hands on this now. Love the marbled, that marbling is beautiful. Aaron just did an amazing job. I forget the other company that, is it Mutantville something, produced these. I know, I'm bad about remembering I just can't remember everything. I need to make notes. But Retro Band. I'm sure you guys are a lot of you guys are familiar with Retro Band. Aaron, the guy's been around for years. Oh, try not to yawn, I'm getting tired. So this is cool, love it. Awesome stuff. Next is this zombie screamer, pocket screamer. The colors are just on point. I love this rich Hulk. I guess you could sort of call it a Hulk green, really. And the red against that green is perfect. And the color of the pants with that shading. And the piercing blue looking zombie eyes, it's just crazy. This is like, I think this is my favorite pocket screamer. I had to pay a little bit to get this guy. I had been eyeing the particular one for like way too long, and so I bit the bullet and got this one. So I had to pay a little to get this one. I just couldn't wait any longer. I've been waiting for others to pop up, but I could never find any better deals, so I went for this one. pretty gruesome. I have to put another battery in there. I don't know if it still works. Barely works. It doesn't. All it does is that. Okay. We good? All right, I got this. I wasn't expecting this car to be this big. Okay, I'm going on an hour, so I'm gonna have to stop it here, guys. I'll do a part 2 because I still got more to show you guys. So look for part 2 of the horror toy or spooky toy collection or monster toy collection, whatever I'm calling this. So later.